Okay, so today we're diving into something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
RedNote. Uh,
RedNote.
it's this app, and apparently it's kind of like a window into China, like everyday life in China.
Mm-hmm.
But also there's some like political stuff going on with it.
Right.
So we're going to get into all that today.
Absolutely.
And we've had a lot of listeners write in about this.
Yeah, a lot of people are curious.
So RedNote, first of all, like, what is it exactly?
Well, think about like if you took like Instagram and like mixed it with Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So it's this platform where people in China, they're sharing their experiences, their stories, giving advice.
Okay.
But then they're also like recommending products and stuff like that.
Interesting.
And it's called Xiaohongshu in Chinese, which means little red book. Little red book. Yeah, it's kind of catchy.
Yeah, that is sketchy.
But what's really cool about it is like, you know how most social media, it's all about like trends and like showing off.
Yeah.
RedNote, it's more about authenticity, like real people sharing their real lives.
So it's less like curated and perfect?
Exactly. It's more like raw and genuine.
So why are Americans like getting into this?
Well, I think it's because it gives them a different perspective on China.
Hmm.
Like we usually only hear about China in the news, you know?
Yeah, like trade wars and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But this app, it shows you like the human side of China.
Yeah.
Like people just living their lives, you know, going to work, eating street food, celebrating holidays.
So it's like getting a glimpse into another culture.
Yeah,
Like it.
exactly. And I think that's really appealing to Americans, especially now when things are, you know, kind of tense between the two countries.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we've seen like with TikTok,
Right.
like there's all this worry about data privacy and like national security and all that.
Mm.
Is RedNote facing like the same kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely on people's radar
Mm-hmm.
because it is a Chinese app and, you know, there are concerns about how user data might be handled
Right.
and also whether the Chinese government might be influencing the content in some way.
So it's like this double-edged sword, right?
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, RedNote, it's like this amazing tool for cultural exchange, right?
Mm-hmm. Like people-to-people diplomacy.
Exactly. But on the other hand, you have these legitimate concerns about data security and potential censorship.
Right. So it's like, how do you balance those two things?
That's the million-dollar question.
So what are the developers saying about all this?
Well, they're saying they're committed to transparency
Okay.
and they're following all the local regulations, you know, in each country where the app is available.
So they're trying to like reassure people.
Yeah, they are. But, you know, some people are still skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
They say that the potential for data sharing with the Chinese government is still there.
Yeah. That's a valid concern.
It is, and it's something that we need to keep an eye on.
So what do you think, like what's going to happen with RedNote?
Honestly, it's hard to say. It's kind of like a wait-and-see situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's possible that we might see stricter regulations on RedNote,
Okay.
you know, especially in the U.S. Or maybe they'll find a way to address these concerns and, you know, keep growing.
So it's kind of like a crossroads.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
will they adapt or will they face pushback?
All right. Well, I think we did a pretty good job breaking that down.
Yeah, I think so.
We talked about what RedNote is like this mix of social media and e-commerce
Mm-hmm.
and how it's giving Americans like this insider's view
Mm-hmm.
of China.
Right.
But then there's that whole other side of it with the political stuff and data privacy.
Absolutely.
So for you listening, you know, we've given you the information,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's up to you to decide. Like, what do you think about RedNote?
Yeah, like do the benefits of cultural exchange outweigh the risks?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
And what should the role of these kinds of apps be, you know, in our world?
Yeah, that's something to think about.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into RedNote.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.